Okay, hello everyone. My name is Kate Keither with Simple Essentials by Kate. Thanks for joining me today. Today's topic of our webinar is I have my oils, now what? What I have realized, and even for myself, is when people get their oils, they're super excited, but then they get a little overwhelmed and aren't really sure how to use them or to find the resources that they need. So let's talk about all of that so you guys are comfortable and confident using your essential oils and blends and the other products that doTERRA has to offer. So I'm actually going to take my earrings out really quick because I'm hoping that I don't want that to create some noise in the background. So the first thing that I hopefully you've already done is open your bottles. Sometimes people say, well, I never even opened oregano or I haven't tried frankincense yet. So the first thing is open all of your bottles, deeply inhale them, and experience them for the first time. That's really, really important. The next thing is read through that booklet that you get. When you become a wholesale customer, you get an incredible booklet, hey Maddie, that comes with your kit, and it has a lot of valuable information. The next thing is write down your questions. Have a designated notebook so that you can keep it in one spot. Write down your questions, write down notes or recipes that you've learned. If you have questions, it's easy to ask me, ask me or look them up later. A lot of times people will say, well, I ordered rosemary and I don't remember why. So this is a great place to keep all the information in one spot so that you can use it at a later time. Okay, just checking on one thing. Okay. Next thing is make sure you schedule a time to talk with me. I do a lot of one-on-ones. That's majority of my business is meeting with customers in person. We can go grab a drink. We can grab coffee or even over the phone or a video chat, whatever is easier for you. I'm here to do it. So don't think that you are inconveniencing me at all. You are more than welcome to contact me and schedule a time for us to chat and get your questions answered and make sure that you're utilizing all of your products. Another way to learn about essential oils is get some sort of resource book. There's a lot of valuable information. And I don't know if, can you hear me, Maddie? I have you on mute, so just so there's not background noise, just in case. But use some sort of resource book. I have one right here. The one I really like to use is called The Essential Life. This one you can get at oillife.com. It has a lot of great information. I've used a bunch of different books, but that seems to be kind of in the middle between enough graphics and then enough science information. Those are just, it's not overwhelming too much. There's a smaller version as well, but that's what I like to use, The Essential Life. They just came out with the 6th edition. So it has all of the new oils from convention that were just released this month. The other way you can get a lot of information if you don't want to buy a book is go to the doTERRA website. I don't know that people realize the wealth of information that is actually on the website. doTERRA used to have many, many different websites when I first started, and you had to kind of search for everything, but now it's all in one spot. So I do want to go through that a little bit. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. All right, so hopefully you guys can see this. Okay, so what you want to do is go to doterra.com and you'll see obviously the home page, and then you'll go to see shop, our story, and discover. But the thing that I want you to know is you get more information if you actually log into your account. So I'm going to log in. And my laptop's ancient, so it takes a little bit longer sometimes. Okay, so we're logged in to the doTERRA website. So if you check out over here, it says shop, where you can go place your order. This will take you to the single oils, the blends, the On Guard products, Breathe Deep Blue, and DigestZen. Since those are a line of products that we have, you can quickly go to that spot and it'll take you to everything. Personal care, that's where you can get like body care, our doTERRA Spa collection, which is awesome, our hair care selection, and we have 3 different skincare lines. I typically use the Virage skincare line, which is very natural product, and it just makes me feel really good after I use it. Our supplements for weight management, daily vitality, that's what I take every single day. Specialized supplements, kids line, we have doTERRA women's line, as well as digestive health, and then different kids collections, diffusers, accessories. The new products, this is where you can buy the convention kit and everything individual in there, and then as well as our holiday products, that's where you'll go. Those are available on Friday. So okay, so our story, this is a ton of information for you, whether you've been a wholesale customer for a couple years or you're just starting. This is great for refreshers. So a little bit about the company, you know, about the executive team. They're all amazing. And what doTERRA is all about, why we do it. This is huge, you guys. This is not a marketing thing. We truly want to empower you and your loved ones with health and wellness. That is why I started with doTERRA. I was extremely depressed, panic attacks almost daily, and I was looking for something natural that was going to help me and not just like mask everything. And that's when I thought, okay, I'm empowering myself, my family. I need to talk to other people about this too, just so they can also do the same thing. What are essential oils? How do I use them? This is great information. And then why doTERRA? This is, I'm going to click on this. I'm not going to play the video, but I really encourage you guys to watch this. It takes about 5 minutes, and it's just really powerful to me to listen to some of our founders speak during this, and you see some of the harvesting and distillation processes. Talks about pure essential oils, what to look for. If you're watching this video, you're probably already a wholesale customer. What makes doTERRA different, and our testing processes. So really take a look in that section. Come on, computer. It's being finicky today. Okay, so go back to our story, and then I want you guys to really focus on the doTERRA difference section. It's going to go through the source to you section, and what this is, I have it pulled up right here. This is our source to you. So this goes through where we source our essential oils. We do it in a sustainable way. I know that's a concern for many, including myself. And it goes through the harvesting and just the journey, stories, our quality. And then when you click on, you see right here, it says enter your quality ID. So you're able to enter the number that's on the bottom of your bottle and actually see the testing results. So earlier today, I typed this in just to save some time. So this is the doTERRA ID number that's on the bottom of my bottle, 182427A, and that's my bottle of turmeric. So this is the batch that I bought. And then it'll actually download the test results. So you can see from start to finish the testing results. We go through a third party, Aromatic Plant Research Center. They also test other companies, not just doTERRA. So you can see that their customer is doTERRA International. And it goes through turmeric essential oil. So I'm not going to pretend that I know what this means. I don't, but I trust that this the APRC does know what they mean. They've presented at doTERRA's convention before, and it'll go through and say this is 100% pure essential oil. So if you are not using doTERRA for some reason, or if you have other bottles from before you started with doTERRA, if they're not being transparent and showing their testing results, then I would feel sketchy about using them. So when people ask me, well, I have this old bottle of lemon before I got doTERRA's lemon, how should I use it, or this and that? I don't feel comfortable recommending usage for other brands, because I don't know where you got it. I don't know what's in it. I haven't seen the testing results. I only feel comfortable giving recommendations for doTERRA. Okay, so let's go back. And so all of that was in the Our Story section. And then if you go to Discover, this is product education. So I try to post often in my Facebook group, but if you aren't always on Facebook, this is an amazing area to learn about the aroma touch technique, the science of essential oils, if that's what you like. But Discover Solutions is going to show you how to find the best essential oils for what you're looking for. So if you're looking for beauty and personal care, self-care, this is something I've really been working on myself. And self-care to me is not like getting my hair done or getting my nails done or going to the spa. Self-care for me is making sure I'm eating well, getting enough rest, getting my alone time. That stuff is important to me for self-care. So this will go through and give you some suggestions. So mood management, especially now that we're entering winter. So calming anxious feelings. I know that's a big one in my community of, let's see, there we go. It's just taking a long time. So calming anxious feelings. So top products for that: cedarwood, lavender, frankincense, balance. Those are all amazing essential oils, and balance is a blend that are great for calming anxious feelings. I used frankincense during labor without an epidural with my son, and I had to just hang on to the aroma of that. My husband was putting it under my nose for me because I was in so much pain, and it's just extremely powerful. The doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack, that is amazing for anxiety. So we'll go through and give you different tips on how to use the oils, a little bit of coaching over on this section, and then also some videos. So make sure that you're utilizing all of the education that doTERRA is providing for us. Okay, so also there's the convention kit, the convention that will be next September, the Together Tour that is on Saturday, and then blog. So doTERRA has a lifestyle blog, they have a science blog, if you're wanting to educate yourself further on that. But this goes through how to use specific oils. There's a do-it-yourself section, food recipes, healthy living, product spotlight. So let's say you want to learn more about a specific product. You can, let's say, so past tense, this is one. This is our tension blend. I know a lot of you guys use this. And it'll go through and do an essential oil spotlight on this product. So the description, how you can buy it, uses and benefits. So make sure you're utilizing this section, you guys. It's really beneficial to all of us. Okay, so then there's resources. So if you're thinking about the business, or you are doing the business, this is really great information. We have a business blog, Empowered Success. Empowered You. doTERRA is a strengths-based company. If you don't know what that means, let me know. My top strengths are harmony, responsibility, restorative, empathy, and intellection. So doTERRA has a section in here which will tell you how to communicate with people based on your strengths. And then doTERRA University. So you can go to this section, and this is more for customers, but living doTERRA. So that's really how to kind of incorporate doTERRA into your life so that it's more of a lifestyle. So when we started with doTERRA, I've always been somewhat natural, but it really was a gateway for us that opened up so many doors for us to learn how to be more natural and more holistic, and be exposed to the correct people so that we could ask questions and find answers to what we were looking for. So now, now I know it. Not only do I know what elderberry syrup is, I'm making my own and I'm selling it. I mean, that's not something I ever thought I would do. I'm, with the body butter and bath salts, that stuff wasn't really even on our radar. So we are now living this lifestyle that is more natural, full of education, and continuing education. So this will go through the Empowered Life series, the Daily Drop. That's actually an app that you can download. The In-Depth Essential Oil Education. So there are monthly webinars, and they should be starting up again in January, but it goes through and there's a different topic for each month. So like last January, it was refresh and revitalize with essential oils, emotional health, spring cleaning. There was a live stream in May, cooking, giving, travel tips, personal care. All of this is all on the website. And this is specifically for customers and wellness advocates to continue learning about essential oils. Okay, so let me see if I'm forgetting anything else. The rest of this is kind of for people doing the business, but just remember there's all of these sections in here on the website. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to you guys is about dilution rates. So this is something that I get asked quite a bit. Once you have your essential oils, you want to, let me stop sharing real quick. Okay, so the questions that I get are diffusing. How much oil should I use when I'm diffusing? So my rule of thumb is usually about 5 to 10 drops total, and 10 drops is kind of on the border of being a little excessive. So so before this webinar, I put in rosemary, frankincense, rosemary, peppermint, and lemon. And that's a focus blend. It kind of wakes you up, makes you feel revitalized. And so I did about 3 drops of each. So there were 3 oils. I did 3 drops of each. And that's kind of where I stick around, is around 5 or 6. If I'm doing like 5 different oils, then I would maybe do 2 drops of each. Hopefully that makes sense. Another way that a lot of people start using essential oils is topically. So when you get empty rollerball bottles from doTERRA, those are the best quality that I've gotten. I've ordered a lot, but doTERRA sells the empty rollerball bottles, the 10 ml, and depending on your usage, there's a different amount of how much essential oil you're going to put in the rollerball bottle. So let me just pull this up so I can explain it. Share this screen again. Okay. So essential oil safety, dilution rates. I always recommend diluting essential oils when you're putting it directly on your skin. 3 reasons. It's for one, it's going to protect the skin so you don't get sensitized. So sensitization, what that means is if you're using, let's say you're using lavender. Lavender seems to be a common one. It's a gentle oil. It's not a cool oil or a hot oil. So a lot of people tend to use it directly on their skin. But if you're using that every single day, over time, you might be fine for months, but then all of a sudden, when you put lavender on, you're gonna maybe get a rash, or it's gonna start itching or burning. That means that you've become sensitized to an essential oil, and usually if you're using one, you shouldn't, if you get sensitized to one, you can't use them anymore. For a long time, I've had customers that were with a different company for like 10 years, and then they started getting sensitized when they were using the essential oil again. So they had to go like 6 months to 2 years without using any essential oils, which I can't imagine dealing with that, because they were using it without diluting. So is there a time and place to use an essential oil neat? I would say yes. However, you need to communicate with either an aromatherapist or a seasoned wellness advocate like myself, who can give you tips on how to do that safely, because there are ways that could still harm you. So when I talk to people, I kind of give a blanket statement and say, always dilute essential oils, always. So it's going to help protect the skin. You're going to cover more area. So for instance, I have back pain. I have horrible posture, and I worked with aggressive kids. So I have kind of some chronic stuff going in my back that just never really goes away. So when you're using, let's say, 2 or 3 drops of Deep Blue, that's not going to cover a lot of area when you're doing that on your back. So a carrier oil is going to dilute it, so it protects the skin, but it's also going to carry the essential oil further so that you cover your entire back. So when people hear the word dilute, they tend to think, well, I'm not getting as much. Well, that's not the case. Essential oils are aromatic compounds, so that means that they evaporate quickly. So when you put a drop on your skin, you're not getting 100%. It's a lot of it is evaporating into the air. So when you're using a carrier oil, you're gonna get more of that essential oil. You're gonna cover more area, and you're gonna protect the skin, and it's gonna stay in your system a lot longer. So all right, so let's talk about dilution rates, because sometimes you'll hear me say or see me post like, okay, that you need to do a 1% dilution rate or a 2% or 10% dilution rate, and some people are like, I don't get that. What are you talking about? Okay, so a 0.5 dilution rate is appropriate for kids between 6 months and to 6 years old. So when I talk about using essential oils with kids, I did use essential oils with my kids starting around 6 months, but it wasn't a daily thing. So it would be like if they were really, really upset and overtired and not calming down, then I would use 0.5% dilution rate with lavender or frankincense or tea tree. Those were the 3 oils that I used with the babies, and that was it. Once Weston got a little bit older, he was having a lot of stomach issues. So I would use the digestive blend, Digescend, directly on his stomach and on the bottoms of his feet, heavily diluted. And so that is 0.5%. Okay, so you're probably like, Kate, what is 0.5%? So 0.5 is 1 drop. So hopefully you can see my cursor right here. So 1 drop to 2 teaspoons of carrier oil. So you can use olive oil. I prefer fractionated coconut oil. most of the rollerball bottles come in 10 mLs. So let's see. This is a 10 ml bottle. So you would put 1 drop of, let's say, frankincense in here and fill it with coconut oil to the top, okay? 1% is dilution. 1% dilution is appropriate for children over the age of 6, pregnant women, elderly individuals, and people with very sensitive skin. So an appropriate dilution when preparing a massage oil that is applied over the whole body. 2% is appropriate for adults at risk for sensitization who are using essential oils on a daily basis. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Let's say you have chronic stomach issues. So then you would do 2% dilution rate with digestion or peppermint or fennel, ginger. There's a lot of oils you can use for stomach issues, but you would use a 2% dilution rate. So that would be 2 drops to 1 teaspoon. So if you're putting it on your stomach, you would get a teaspoon, fill it with coconut oil, and then 2 drops of the essential oil or the blend that you're using, and then apply it directly to your stomach. Okay, so the dilution rate for someone who is having a specific health concern, like respiratory congestion or a sore muscle. So I get tendonitis in my shoulder. I get flare-ups where I can't even lift up like a jug of milk. So this would be a 3 to 10% dilution rate. So that would be 3 to 10 drops per 1 teaspoon. So I always say start with less. With essential oils, less is more always. You can always add more if you don't feel that you're getting any benefit or you're not noticing a difference. So I would start with 3 drops of Pi Bar, Deep Blue, or turmeric, whatever pain oil you're using, to 1 teaspoon of carrier oil, and then massage it in. It's best to use a small amount of essential oils frequently throughout the day than using like 20 drops once a day. You're just going to see more benefit. Your body's going to respond. It's going to stay in your system longer, and you won't be wasting your money, to be honest, if you're doing small amounts more often. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. If you want me to email this dilution handout to you, just let me know. I don't know if there's comments in here where I can actually post that. Most of you are going to be watching this later. So, okay, so I want to show you really quick. I have 2 minutes. I want to show you how to place an order. Okay, so we're logged into our account already. You're going to go to shop, and I'm sure most of you know how to place an order, but I want to make sure that you are getting the most out of your account. So, okay, so when I log in, I already have an order placed. So you're going to either create a loyalty order or do a one-time standard order. So create new LRP. So what is the loyalty program? It's a frequent flyer mile program, basically. So what you're going to do is log in, create new LRP, or create new one-time order. Sorry, I lost my train of thought because my son is crying. So I got to wrap this up, and then I repeated myself. Okay, so what is the loyalty program? It's a monthly auto ship where you can pick the date you want. Oh my gosh, I can hear him yelling. You pick the date you want for your orders to be processed. You do have to order every single month, but this is optional. You don't have to do this. You can just order whenever you want. If you choose to do the loyalty program, you're just going to get an extra benefit. So if you place a 50-point order every single month, you're going to accumulate 10%, 10 to 30% back on your order every single month. So the first 3 months, if you have a 50-point order, it's going to be 10%, then 15% the next 3 months, 20% the next 3 months, 25% the next 3 months, and then you're going to cap at 30% back on your 13th month. So hopefully that makes sense. You also get 100% back in shipping. So you're going to, if it, let's say shipping is $3.99, you're going to get 4 points back every single time you order. So you get a ton of free products. It's an amazing deal. And you just get extra perks when you're ordering through the loyalty program. You can cancel at any time, and that's it. Okay, so let's real quick, I'm 1 minute over, but I want to talk about PV because I know a lot of people get really confused about that. So PV means actually 2 different things. So let's go into we're going to click on this really quick. Okay, so let's click on adaptive. Okay, so you're going to scroll down. So it's usually the PV amount is the same as the wholesale price. So PV here means point value. So the value of the adaptive 15 ml calming blend is $37.5. It's also $37.50. So when you see a 200-point promotion, that means that you have to get up to 200 PV to qualify for that month's promotion. So this one's $37.50, so then you would have to make up that difference to get up to 200. So hopefully that makes sense. Some products don't have the $1 to 1 point equivalent. So like the petal diffuser, for instance, is $47, but it's not 47 points. I believe it's about 20 points, I think. Yeah, so the Petal Essential Collection, which right now that's a new thing that they're doing. If you order the Petal Diffuser, you're also going to get the Orange and Lavender. But it's $47 and then it's 20 points. So make sure that you're aware of that, because sometimes people think if they get up to $200, then they are up to 200 points, but that's not the case. Okay, so I think that is everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about. If you have any questions, let me know. Please reach out to me. I'm really excited to be doing these webinars with you guys. They will be recorded, so make sure you register for all of them. If there's a topic you want me to focus on, please let me know. And I hope you have a great rest of your week.